Welcome to another episode or the first episode. It's not another episode, it's the first episode of Poker Play. I guess that's what we're going to call it, Poker Play. And it's just me playing, Zynga Poker. You can join Zynga Poker. You can actually go ahead and do that. That's actually a great way to get yourself out there and get yourself starting to play poker. It's a simple way to learn. It kind of teaches you a little bit about poker with the loading screen. It'll give you a little bit of just terminology and some different percentages of odds that you can win hands and stuff of that nature. But it's a fun game. I've been playing it now pretty steadily now. I've been playing now for a couple months straight, where it's been about 2 months, or well, more than 2 months. I've been playing where I haven't missed. I've been playing where I haven't missed a day for 2 months. So I've been playing poker at least for an hour, sometimes several hours a day. I play more than I usually in the morning. Like when I'm going into work, I'll just be on the bus or in the car in the passenger seat, not driving. I don't drive. Something I don't do. So it's kind of, I just look at this hand here. Here's why I don't like playing 5-10. I could have got a pair of fives. I could have got the 10 here. But see, there was the ace that came on the river, so somebody has the ace, and they have ace king and ace jack. That's a great hand there. That's really good. So this is something that is something that I don't know. I really love poker. I think that there's a skill set that comes about it, where you have to understand certain aspects of the game, where you have maybe so many places that you have to fill. Because like right now I'm playing on a 9 table, so there's nine possible people that I'd be playing against at any given time. So that means you can get some really big pots of that, and it's a little slower. But the other side of it is that you have more cards on the table, so you could also lose more. You could lose faster because there's more chances to get out. There's people that like to play on the 5-card tables, because on Zynga they have two different ways. And I'm going to fold this right here. Oh no, let's limp in. I'm going to limp in. It's ace 4 offsuit. Never really a good hand to start with, although you can get a straight with it, which is okay. You can get a pair with it, which is good. A pair is nice. You can get either a pair of 4s, but a pair of 4s isn't very strong. But then you got the ace there, so you can back your 4. If you get it, see, look, nothing happened here, so I'm just going to check. Or you get an ace, but then you have a low kicker. See, I got the ace, so now there's 2 queens already out on the table. So that means that there's could be somebody that's got at least a queen already. So there's probably already somebody with 3 of a kind. It's probably very safe to say that there's already 3 of a kind on the hand right now. So. And I'm not going to do any live streams. I've at least for right now in the foreseeable future, I don't see myself doing any live streams. I don't have the capacity to do that. I'm just a worker bee, man, that likes to play poker. I'll call the 2000. I don't know if I can see that. Okay, so there you go. So it's kind of fun. It's just one of those things, like when you get into it. See, I have a low kicker right now, so there's a lot of a hand that can beat me. I'll see it for a million. Why not? I do that a lot sometimes, where I just go ahead and do that. You'll get to learn how someone plays, and you get to know them. See if somebody had the queen. I wanted to make sure the hand got seen, because I'm showing this stuff, so it doesn't really matter. And plus, I like to see the hand. These are play chips. It's not for real money. For real money, you might not want to call that hand, because especially for a million. But I have enough that it doesn't really bother me to see the hand. So sometimes it's good to play a little loose, just to see if people get accustomed to playing too tight, then they won't play with you very often or play very long. So you got to kind of do that fine line of picking your battles, because it's always, every hand you're in is a battle to see who gets the top of who gets the biggest pot. And then sometimes there's really big pots, and sometimes there's small ones. And you don't want to get into a big fight over a small pot. That's at least something that I've been told. and I think it's true. And a lot of the stuff that I'm regurgitating is stuff that I've learned from all the different poker players that I've seen over the years. And I'm not good with names and remembering people's names, so I couldn't just tell you like I've read this book here, or I listened to this video here, or watched a video. So it's one of those things. But I think this will be a very good test video to see what the results are of it. I'll try to make sure I put all my tags and stuff in there, because I don't do the hashtag thing, although I think I should do the hashtag thing, because it seems like it makes your stuff go faster because people do certain hashtags. But this is something right now. This is just to kind of date. This is being filmed on the 18th of March 2020. So I mean, I'm sure you can't see by the date it's uploaded, because I'm not going to upload it. I don't think I'm going to upload it today. At least I don't. See, that's what's going to be confused, is looking at the screen, watching the hand, making sure that you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. I'm giving you a good shot, and I'm holding it with my hand, so maybe I can figure out a stand or something. That's where Bob comes in, man. Fucking Bob. My friend Bob tries to do videos too, and he's always working on a stand. He's always got some kind of stand that he's working on, where he's got people that he's trying to help out. He's always a good guy. But yeah, I need some kind of stand, because holding this by hand is just really kind of it's going to make for short videos. Maybe I'll keep it short, because I don't want you seeing me play for hours, and I don't think that'd make for a good conversation. I think these are just going to be little poker blurps about where and how this game kind of progresses, because there's a progression in the game where you start out in the beginning, and if you got beginner's luck, God bless you, and that's awesome. Then maybe this doesn't apply to you, where you just seem to come in and play in the game. But this is a game of a skill. There is gambling involved, because you do have to gamble sometimes to see your hand, because you don't necessarily have the hand yet, but going by probability. And as soon as you start going by probability, that's where it's gambling. But because if you don't have the hand right away from the flop, it's hard to say how much your hand's really worth. And that comes into pricing, and that's a whole other fucking conversation, which I'm not an expert at by no means. But I have my opinions on pricing. Pricing is a term that's used about your hand. You see your starting hand. This is a 7-3 suited. So that's a pretty good hand to start with there. And I think it could be a straight. See, now there's a pair of sevens, and I have a flush draw. So there's a pair of sevens, and I have one card there on a flush, so I got a flush draw. I need to have runner for a flush. I could have another 7 give me a set, which would be nice, and then I could pair on the board maybe for a full house. So you try to see your hands and see what you can make out of your hand, and you want the highest hand possible. This is how you win in poker. You can't win by the loop. This isn't like Omaha. Omaha is confusing, man. I don't even want to get you started on Omaha, because I don't even really understand Omaha. I know you win by the high and the low hand, so you have to have the highest and the lowest hand to win. Otherwise, it gets a chop pot. Sometimes it's just the highest hand, sometimes it's just the lowest hand, but you have to have the highest and the lowest hand. It's confusing. Man, it's so confusing. I know Texas Hold'em. That's what I know. I know that pretty good. So, anyway, I think that's a good little introduction video to this new channel. I don't even know what I'm going to call it. What was I going to call it? It was like poker play? Poker play sounds fine. That works. But it'll be on the Richard Brandhaver channel, because that's me. I'm Richard Brandhaver. I should have introduced myself. I don't know. These aren't supposed to, I don't think this is ever going to go viral or anything anyway. This is just me talking on this thing where everybody's off work from coronavirus, and all the stuff's closed, and everybody's freaking out about it. And if I wouldn't feel right by not even saying that I'm a little nervous now myself. I'm not freaking out completely, but I'm just a little nervous about how everything's going to work. Well, I'm going to keep my cell phone going. But I figure something will happen. Got to take action. So that's what this is taking action, figuring out a way to show other people how I play poker, and see if I make some new poker friends. Maybe we get to play poker together on the same table one day. That'd be kind of fun, because I keep the same picture. That's my picture right there. That's me. I'm like the Wilson of Home Improvement. I don't like showing my whole face. Anyway, man, thanks, guys.